The Mercedes-Benz R107 and C107 are automobiles which were produced by Mercedes-Benz from 1971 through 1989, being the second longest single series ever produced by the automaker, after the G-Class. They were sold under the SL and SLC model names as the 280 SL, 280 SLC, 300 SL, etc. up to the 560 SL. The R107 replaced the W113 SL-Class in 1971 and was replaced by the R129 SL-Class in 1989. The SLC replaced the W111 Coupé copyright in 1971 and was replaced by the C126 S-Class Coupé in 1981. The R107 was described by many as one of the best-looking cars Mercedes-Benz produced to date. Model history: the R107 took the chassis components of the mid-size Mercedes-Benz W114 model and mated them initially to the M116 and M117 V8 engines used in the W108, W109 and W111 series. The SL variant was a two-seat convertible roadster with standard soft top and optional hard top and optional folding seats for the rear bench. The SLC derivative was a two-door hard-top coupe with normal rear seats. The SLC is commonly referred to as an SL Coupé, and this was the first time that Mercedes-Benz had based a coupe on an SL Roadster platform rather than on a saloon, replacing the former saloon-based 280/300 SE Coupe copyright in Mercedes lineup. The SLC was replaced earlier than the SL, with the model run ending in 1981, with a much larger model, the 380 seconds and 500 seconds based on the new S-Class. Volume production of the first R107 car, the 350 SL, started in April 1971 alongside the last of the W113 cars. The 350 SLC followed in October. Sales in North America began in 1972, and cars wore the name 350 SL, but had a larger 4.5L V8. The big V8 became available on other markets with the official introduction of the 450 SL-SLC on non-North American markets in March 1973. U.S. cars sold from 1972 through 1975 used the Bosch D-Jetronic fuel injection system, an early electronic engine management system. From July 1974 both SL and SLC could also be ordered with a fuel-injected 2.8L straight 6's 280 SL and SLC. U.S. models sold from 1976 through 1979 used the Bosch K-Jetronic system, an entirely mechanical fuel injection system. All U.S. models used the 4.5-liter engine, and were called 450 SL-SLC. In September 1977 the 450 SLC 5.0 joined the line. This was a special version of the Big Coupe copyright, featuring a new all-aluminum 5-liter V8, aluminum alloy bonnet and boot lid, and a black rubber rear spoiler, along with a small front lip spoiler. The 450 SLC 5.0 was produced in order to homologate the SLC for the 1978 World Rally Championship. Starting in 1980, U.S. cars were equipped with lambda control, which varied the air-fuel mixture based on feedback from an oxygen sensor. The 350, 450 and 450 SLC 5.0 models were discontinued in 1980 with the introduction of the 380 and 500 SLC in March 1980. At the same time, the cars received a very mild makeover. The 3-speed automatic was replaced by a 4-speed unit. The 280, 380 and 500 SLC were discontinued in 1981 with the introduction of the W126 series 380 and 500 seconds coupes. A total of 62,888 SLCs had been manufactured over a 10-year period, of which just 1,636 were the 450 SLC 5.0 and 1,133 were the 500 SLC. Both these models are sought by collectors today. With the exception of the SL65 AMG Black Series, the SLC remains the only fixed-roof Mercedes-Benz coupe based on a roadster rather than a sedan. Following the discontinuation of the SLC in September 1981, the 107 series continued initially as the 280, 380 and 500 SL. At this time, the V8 engines were retuned for greater efficiency, lost a few HP and consumed less fuel, helped by substantially numerically shorter axle ratios. From September 1985 the 280 SL was replaced by a new 300 SL, and the 380 SL by a 420 SL. The 500 SL continued and a 560 SL was introduced for certain extra European markets, most notably the USA. Also in 1985, the Bosch KE Jetronic was fitted. The KE Jetronic system varied from the earlier, all-mechanical system by the introduction of a more modern engine management computer, which controlled idle speed, fuel rate, and air-fuel mixture. The final car of the 18 years running 107 series was a 500 SL painted signal red, built on August 4, 1989. It currently resides in the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. Technical data. North American models. Sales of the SL and SLC models began in the US 1 year later than in Europe. The R107 per R107 since introduction on North American market sported quad headlights, and from 1974 front and rear bumpers had added 8 inches of rubber on each end to comply with the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration regulations. When the first 350s were exported to the U.S., they were shipped with low-compression 4.5-liter engines to meet stringent U.S. emissions requirements. The 450 SL was produced until 1980. Model years 1975 and 1976 450 SL suffered from vapor lock and hard restart because of the underhood position of the catalytic converter. Starting in May 1977, the catalytic converter was moved to replace the resonator, located just behind the transmission in the exhaust system. Next was the 380 SL imported from 1981 to 1985. The 380 SL was the least powerful of the U.S. imported R107 Roadsters. This engine came with a single-road timing chain from 1981 through 1983. May's 1984 and 1985 came with a double-road timing chain from the factory. These early 380 models were plagued with chain failure problems and the problem was corrected by Mercedes-Benz, free of charge. Some models, however, escaped retrofit and may at some point fail as a result. Another problem area for late 450 SLs and early 380 SLs was the automatic climate control system. Based on a servo, which controlled coolant flow to the heater core, as well as vacuum to actuate the vents in the interior of the car, the system proved unreliable. It was installed on 450 SLs from 1978 through end of production in 1980, and continued on the 1981 May of the 380 SL. Models produced prior to 1978 had a manual climate control system. Models produced after 1981 received a more reliable automatic climate control system. The more powerful 500 SL with 5.0-liter engine, produced from 1980 to 1989, was not available in the US through Mercedes-Benz and was popular in grey market import before the arrival of the 560 SL in 1986 to 1989. Despite the larger 5.6-liter engine of the 560 SL, the 500 SL is recorded as being the fastest production 107 produced. The 500 SL was published by Mercedes-Benz as having 0-60 mph times of 7.4 seconds for a top speed of 225 km/h. Torque for the 500 SL is 296 lb-ft at 3200 rpms and for the 560 SL 287 lb-ft at 3500 rpms. Technical data. See also, Mercedes-Benz SL-Class, references. External links.